Breaking news! The quiet revolution happening behind the scenes at the Denver Broncos could be the start of something big, and almost no one is noticing. While most NFL eyes are focused on the big franchise moves this offseason, Sean Payton is building a real machine in Denver, and the first signs of that transformation have emerged now, in the first week of OTAs. I'm here to tell you all about it, and when I say all about it, I mean something big is happening. Players are missing workouts, a quarterback is taking over like never before, and an unexpected name is already emerging as a key player on offense. Now let's jump straight into the action. First off, let's address the elephant in the room, the OTA absences. Yes, Pat Surtain and John Franklin Myers were no-shows. And yes, it stirred up some conversations. But let's not hit the panic button just yet. OTAs are voluntary, and seasoned vets skipping them isn't exactly headline-worthy on its own. However, there's nuance here. Surtain? No worries at all. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year has earned the right to tailor his off-season routine. He's a pro's pro, and his absence shouldn't raise any red flags. Everything about his on-field dominance and off-field discipline suggests he'll be more than ready when it counts. John Franklin Myers, on the other hand, presents a different situation. His absence may be linked to contract talks. Word is he's aiming for a new deal, possibly in the $20 million per year range. That's a significant ask, and while this isn't the time to get into every detail of the negotiation, it's clear this is part of a broader play for leverage. Sean Payton has downplayed the issue publicly, saying conversations with Franklin Myers have been all good, but there's no denying that this storyline bears watching. Showing up to OTAs, even as a gesture, could have helped his case. In the high-stakes world of NFL contracts, optics matter, and a visible commitment to the team could sway things in his favor. Now let's talk quarterbacks, more specifically, Bo Nix. The reports coming out of camp are exactly what Broncos country was hoping to hear. Bo is stepping up in a big way. His command of the offense, his leadership, and his overall presence have taken a significant leap. We're seeing a more confident, decisive QB. According to Payton, Bo is now spitting out plays with ease, a sign that he's internalized the playbook and grown comfortable with the system. That kind of progress is critical heading into year 2. It's the kind of development curve that separates long-term starters from career backups. Even more telling was an interaction on the field with Courtland Sutton. Nix reportedly walked up to Sutton mid-play to correct a route and explain the exact yardage marker for a break. That's the kind of assertiveness you want in your quarterback, taking charge, guiding the offense, and demanding precision. Bo is not just participating, he's leading. He's also recruiting talent. Safety Talanoa Hufanga cited Bo's resiliency and growth as one of the reasons he chose to sign with Denver. That speaks volumes. Veterans around the league are noticing the culture shift in Denver, and Bo is a big part of that. And then there's RJ Harvey. Let's just say this, the hype is real. Harvey has been heavily involved in the passing game during OTAs, and all signs point to him taking on the Joker role in Sean Payton's offense. Think Alvin Kamara or Darren Sproles, dynamic, multidimensional backs who are just as dangerous catching passes as they are taking handoffs. Harvey may not have entered the league with a reputation as an elite pass catcher, but his production tells another story. Averaging over 12.5 yards per reception? That's nothing to scoff at. It's clear Payton sees him as a weapon, and the reps he's getting in the passing game are only reinforcing that. With the current running back room, Harvey appears to be on the fast track to the RB1 spot. Sure, Jaleel McLaughlin is explosive and Audric Estime brings that goal line punch, but Harvey offers the complete package. His versatility is exactly what this offense needs. By week 3 or 4, don't be surprised if he's the main guy carrying the load. Right now, it's not a matter of if, it's when. So Broncos fans, I want to hear from you. With Bo Nix showing growth, RJ Harvey flashing his dual-threat potential, and veterans like Surtain and Franklin Myers navigating different stages of their offseason, how are you feeling about the direction of the team? Do you think John Franklin Myers should have shown up regardless of his contract situation? And what are your expectations for Bo and RJ this season? Let's pick up right where we left off, because if there's one thing we know about Broncos country, it's that we don't settle for surface-level updates. We dig deep, and what's unfolding at Dove Valley right now has the potential to define the 2025 season. Let's stay on Bo Nix for a moment. The confidence he's exuding isn't just about being more comfortable in the playbook. It's a signal that he's starting to own the locker room. That's a crucial shift. In the NFL, Your quarterback has to be the alpha, the one everyone looks to when things get tough. And make no mistake, there will be tough moments. But what's become evident during this first week of OTAs is that Bo is stepping into that role naturally. His ability to take command of the huddle, adjust routes on the fly, and lead discussions with veterans like Sutton shows a maturity that isn't always guaranteed, especially for young quarterbacks. We've also got to talk about how this impacts Sean Payton's vision for the offense. With Bo growing into his role as a field general, it gives Payton the flexibility to expand the playbook. We're no longer in the realm of simplifying the offense for a rookie. We're talking full installs, motion-heavy formations, and layered progressions, all the things Payton is known for when he has a QB he trusts. The synergy between coach and quarterback is palpable. Payton believes in Bo, and that belief is contagious. You can see it in the way the team rallies around him during drills. You can hear it in the interviews, and you can feel it in the buzz coming out of every practice session. Now, pivoting to RJ Harvey again, the more you watch him, the more it becomes clear that he is exactly the type of player this offense has been missing. His agility in space, his ability to make defenders miss, and most importantly, his knack for turning short passes into big gains, are all traits that scream Joker. But what makes Harvey especially dangerous in this scheme is his ability to stay on the field for all 3 downs. He doesn't need to be subbed out in passing situations. He doesn't tip the play call by being in the backfield. He's a true dual threat, and that means defenses can't predict what's coming when he's on the field. This versatility also opens things up for the rest of the offense. With Harvey demanding attention from linebackers and safeties, receivers like Jerry Jeudy and Marvin Mims are going to find more room to operate. The play-action game becomes more lethal. The screen game becomes more effective. It's all interconnected. One player's rise can elevate the entire unit, and that's exactly what we're starting to see. There's also something to be said about the overall vibe in the locker room. When your young quarterback is taking the reins, when your rookie running back is turning heads, and when your head coach is encouraged instead of cautious, that's the formula for momentum. And momentum is everything in the NFL. The Broncos aren't trying to claw their way out of a rebuild. They're positioning themselves as a team that could sneak into the playoff conversation if everything clicks. But we can't ignore the looming questions either. John Franklin Myers' contract situation still hangs over the defensive line. Will he report for the next round of OTAs? Will the front office meet his demands? Or is this a negotiation that stretches into training camp? And what message does it send if he doesn't show up? On one hand, he's a proven veteran, a game changer up front. On the other, this team is clearly trying to build a culture centered on accountability, leadership, and unity. Missing OTAs, even if technically allowed, goes against that current. That's the tightrope George Payton and Sean Payton are walking right now, balancing player value with team culture. As for Pat Certain, his absence remains a non-issue. In fact, it might be a sign of just how much trust the coaching staff has in him. When your best defensive player is given that kind of autonomy, it speaks volumes about his professionalism. But it also puts more pressure on the younger corners and safeties to step up and use this extra time to sharpen their game. It's an opportunity for someone to make a name for themselves, and you can bet the coaching staff is watching closely. Broncos fans, the stage is being set. This isn't the same team we saw struggle in years past. There's a different energy in the air, one built on potential, leadership, and a renewed sense of purpose. Bo Nix is at the center of it. RJ Harvey is a rising star. And while there are still some contract clouds lingering, the overall outlook is brighter than it's been in years. If you're feeling the shift, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you never miss a breakdown, a practice report, or a game day analysis. And hey, check out the video links on your screen right now for more insights on the Broncos draft class and positional battles to watch. Until next time, Broncos country, stay loud, stay proud, and as always, go Broncos!